It's the first update after 6 months not being all about the characters, and that's a really cool thing that Netmarble finally did. Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna go through one of the most beautiful uniforms I've ever seen in the game, and that's the uniform of Gladiator. My boy, after 3 years being useless, oh my god, this is a visual bug? Yeah. Okay, when the ice melt down, it was cool, but before I had the ice in my face. Yeah, there are some visual bugs. One of them is that if you go close, you can't see his face. Oh, okay, you can. Okay. There is kind of visual bugs, but yeah, the point is, Gladiator, guys, finally. The 6,600 cost character from like 4 years ago now has some value in the game, and we're here to see what's this value for him. I'm gonna test him on ABL, ABX WBL, and I'm gonna tell you my first impression on the character. He's absolute beautiful. His uniform, it's so cool, bro. But yeah, the point also is that in this update, I'm so happy about the update, and it's not about the character. It's the first update after 6 months not being all about the characters, and that's a really cool thing that Netmarble finally did, and is all about, you know, the tier 4 discounted characters. But I didn't have any inside info, but ahead of time, 3 days ago or 4 days ago, I released a YouTube video which is ranking all 40 characters. 32 of them are tier 1, so you can go through the video and see yourself what's the best in my mind to go and get the discount on. But yeah, as you can see, I haven't decided myself yet. I have a lot of characters to build. I have only 18 tier 4, so yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go into the main theme of the video, which is Gladiator. I'm gonna show you his build, I'm gonna show you his rotation, I'm gonna go through the ABL, ABX and WBL and see you the build. Also, I believe he's absolute really cool right now. But before we go through the gameplay and everything I want to tell you about the character, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can get all the awesome content we're dropping from shorts, community posts, live streams, videos, etc. So let's go and start for the very beginning, which is where you can find this character. It's one of the hardest character to get. He's super expensive, and he is the reward of this epic quest, which is kind of outdated itself until now, of course. He had the bad luck to be showcased as tier 2 character on a quest that as a reward you were getting Star-Lord as tier 3. So he was outdated the first day he came into the game. So it's finally justice for Superman of Marvel. For sure, I'm not gonna tell you if he worth more than Jean Grey of Madeline, which is the other 2 epic quests that actually have tier 4s on them as final reward. Of course, Jean Grey value can't be reached from Gladiator, but whoever tells you that he already knows and he has already a conclusion, please guys, don't believe this dude. We don't know yet the full value of the character. This is a first impression video. I can't tell you right now to go and spend 6,600 crystals for him, but I can tell you for sure that if you had the character from the past, this uniform gonna add a ton of damage and a ton of new things that you can do with the character. So let's go and figure out his build. First of all, I did give him some Odin's Blessing. It's 4 Odin's Blessing. I am capped on the stats that actually matters, which is ignore defense, you know, dodge, critical rate, and actually all the PV stats. I don't have the artifact. I have a Mighty Raids. His uniform, it's heroic, and Yeah, the physical attack, it's not like that. It's because I'm using him as a lead right now. I have 67,000 physical attack. And the main thing that I can tell you for sure is that he is the meta for ABX and ABL, Days of Alien and Days of Combat Hero. I can't be 100% sure, but I can show you the results I have from my characters being full tier 4, having all these builds, and you know, full Odin's Blessing, brilliant rages, and having a level 70 Gladiator, how close he is to the other characters I'm using. And yeah, let's start with his rotation. With his rotation, it's for sure proc friendly, but I do believe that he signs more with the raids. The rotation pretty much it's 3 cancel into the 5th skill. The 5th skill, you cancel the 5th skill until you see these blue things jump out of him. The full skill, it's he's going, you know, super fast speed and hitting the enemies. His skills looks amazing, to be honest. 3, cancel 5, cancel 4. That's the rotation. You're letting your 4th skill place until the beam comes through your chest, and after you're canceling into 1st and 2nd skill. For ABX and ABL, you're starting your rotation if you have your tier 3 ready with a 2 cancel tier 3, letting your skills to charge, because before you had already used your skills. You know, you're doing 3 cancel 5 cancel 4, letting the 4th skill play, and when the 4th skill ends, you're doing into 2 cancel 6, and in the cancel 6 you're doing again your 3 cancel 5 delay cancel 4 after the tier 3 skill. But it's way easier to explain through the ABL, so let's go and show you my performance there and what I was able to do with this character, with this build. As I told you, I'm starting with the 3 cancel 5. You can see I'm canceling the 5th skill when I start seeing these blue shades jump out, and I'm doing it when I have my tier 3. I'm letting my 4th skill place, I'm dropping the beam, I'm going into my tier 3 skill, and when my 5th skill it's on 1 second left, the cooldown, I'm doing the 3 cancel 5 delay cancel 4 again. And you can slam some 2nd and 1st skill in between the rotations, just to be sure that you're gonna have your tier 3 into the 2nd rotation every single time, or else, you know, perhaps you're gonna have to use 2 times the 3 cancel 5 delay cancel 4 and after go through your tier 3, but that's gonna make you lose damage, so you prefer to do that. Of course, your plan on the ABL run is always to put 2 tier 3 skills inside the rotation of Odin's Might. You know, the timing that you're gonna have the Odin's Might buff, you wanna use as many rotations you want in of tier 3 skill, but with this character it's really hard to do because his tier 3 it's something that you delay until you have your 3 cancel 5 delay cancel 4. So I'm not suggesting you to aim on that. I'm suggesting you to slap as many as rotations you can inside. Here, as you can see, I did 1 time 3 cancel 5 cancel 4, 1 tier 3 rotation, and again 3 cancel 5 cancel 4. His skills takes time to end, so it's really hard to do multiple rotations. The max I was able to do was 2 normal and actually 1 normal and 1 with the tier 3 inside. But if you manage to go through the orb during your 4th skill, you can end up with a rotation and a 4th skill inside the Odin's Might buff. Start with your tier 3, slap a tier 3 after a normal rotation without the tier 3, and in the very next you can have another rotation. So you're winning like half a rotation if you start inside and getting inside the boss with your 4th skill. Of course, I suggest you also to delay picking up the orb in the end because of the Odin's Might buff, how it works. If you get it really fast in the start, you're gonna end up having no buff at all while you're doing your skills. Here, because I was exactly next to the orb, I was having really nice time getting this orb here. As you can see, I start with my 4th skill. So because I start with my 4th skill, now I'm gonna be able to pull out 1 half rotation with my 4th skill, 1 full rotation here with the 4th skill, another rotation with the tier 3, delaying, and dropping another one with the 4th skill. And this is not the maximum I could do, you know. It's like 3 or 4th time I'm playing. I did similar score to my live stream the first time I played to the character, but 5.5 for my account on Alien Day, it's really nice. I was doing 6.7, 7.2 with my Thor. I have a Mighty Rage on my Thor, full build, mythic uniform. I have full Odin's Blessing on my Thor, and my Thor is doing 1 to 2 million max more damage than this score with the character I just played, and I have a bare minimum build without artifact, of course. In my mind, he's way better than Thor, of course. The competitors that you have to consider is better ABL, Odin, and Star-Lord. So this is gonna be hard. I mean, I have seen a lot of people doing miracles with better ABL, so I'm not sure yet. I haven't seen a lot of playing with Gladiator tier 4 or level 8 yet, because his potential is a pain. So yeah, we have to wait and see to be sure, but 100% as level 70 pulling out 5.5 million just like that, it's a great accomplishment, 100%. One of the disadvantages the character has is that he's missing the silence from his basic kit, so you need to be tier 4 if you wanna use him on the Combat Hero Day with Silence season, which is right now. So right now you can't go there and play with your character. But in the live stream, it was the Paralysis Day, I think, or Burn Day. So I was able to pull out using him with M'Baku support and Valkyr support and his own leadership. I did 12.3, and I had to play like 2 or 3 times. So this could be 13 million. And for your own information, my Black Panther full stacked up doing something like 14. I already have seen people at level 70 with brilliant CTP of raids doing 15 million with him at level 70. So I believe he is absolute way better than Black Panther and Moon Knight, 100%, and only the fact that Moon Knight can get some extra pierce from Team Up Collection when Gladiator cannot. He's not on the Guardians of the Galaxy new Team Up, by the way, so you have to consider that. In my mind, he's the easiest score you could get. I was doing that score 13 million with brilliant raids, Moon Knight. Yeah, I'm not the best player, of course, but you have to consider that I test the character here also and did 12.3 when others was doing 15, of course, but yeah, it is what it is. So let's go into something else that everyone was wondering about until now, and that's who could be the next strong character that's gonna get the tier 3, the tier 4, and can clear this stage here, stage 50. Until now, only Namor was able to clear the stage, Namor level 80 or Namor tier 4, and I was wondering if he could do it at level 70. Gladiator, it's only the second character we ever took with a strong tag ability and being able to be tier 4. That's something I'm going to discuss later on, you know, the disadvantage of the characters, which is the huge cost, of course, as I told you, and his tags for World Boss Legend. This tag, from the other side, it's kind of unique, and it's only for Namor and him right now. As you can see, at level 70, there is no way I can actually clear the stage, but that's something I want to exist in internet, you know, on the YouTube, so I can use it later on another video when my character gonna be level 80 or tier 4, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with him. So, he's not able to clear it, but he is the second best, you know, he's the best now with Namor, to compare these two. Let's see what else he could do at World Boss Legend Kang 9 with this CTP of raids I have right now, Mighty Raids. During the live stream, I can tell you, you know, 2 days ago I did a live stream, the one that I saw you, the pic from the ABX also. There, I tried him with a 200 proc obelisk, and the results was really nice. he was able to clear stage 9 barely. I did it really bad rotations there. My rotations was below average, and even with below average rotations, I was able to pull out the fight without CTP. Here I'm doing a test on the CTP of raids. As you can see previously, I did use the ABX rotation, but that's a wrong rotation. You shouldn't use on this. On the Wall Boss Legend, you should use a different rotation, which in the different rotation, you're doing 3 cancel, 5 delay cancel, 4, and cancel your 4th skill into your tier 3 until the end of the tier 3. Because the tier 3 skill, if you manage to put it into the proc, the normal obelisk, CTB of energy, CTB of destruction, or whatever proc, or CTB of raids, it's doing miracles. Guys, the damage from his tier 3, it's super cool, and I'm gonna have the opportunity later on here to show you how much damage he's doing. Here, as you can see, I'm spamming my skills because in this phase, the more you spam, the easiest the thing became. So yeah, let me show you here. I'm gonna pull out a full tier 3 rotation with the proper way you should do it. Delay cancel on the 5th skill, 4th skill, and after I'm dropping my tier 3. And in this phase, he's getting way less damage. His defenses is way up on Kang. And you can see I pull out like 3 to 4 bars with the tier 4 with the tier 3 skill, which for this phase it's really big deal. Here he went into his iframe and I can't actually hit him. That's something that it's a disadvantage also for him. None of his skills has ignore iframe. And ignore iframe, it's mainly for PvP, 100%. If you have ignore iframe, you can hit characters that hiding into their iframe skills. So he doesn't have that until, you know, we can't see it in his skills. I haven't tested him effectively on PvP yet because he's level 70. I don't feel like it's gonna be fair for him. So I'm gonna wait until I get him at least level 80 to do some tests on manual PvP and on auto PvP later on a video. My potentials, you're gonna see here, it's less than 20% right now, so I wasn't able to test him at I wasn't able to test him yet at level 80 because of the potentials too. Here, as you can see, I have like 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. And for sure, at stage 9 of the hardest Wall Boss Legend, defense-wise, Kang, it's really big deal, you know. That means that he can do it so easy at level 80. Think about level 80. We have to compare, actually, when I'm gonna do my level 80 video. But look at this. I didn't get the potentials, spoiler alert. Yeah, I took some, but not all. And here is the buff rewards also. 27, bro, really? I feel like they did buff the rewards, but in the same time, they decrease the ratio to get over 30. Before, I was getting 30 carbonidium already from normal without this buff. And with the buff, I'm getting 27. The same thing was in the live stream. And the same thing I have heard from people saying about the discounted characters. They have paid 40 rolls on discounted character and they end up spending 4,000 carbonidium. But yeah, the point is Gladiator of the video, level 70. He's smashing it, he's super cool, really nice animations, really easy rotations. You can play him with proc, you can play him for PvP. For sure, he's gonna be good for PvP. I'm not talking about timeline battle and, you know, top 10 or something on Challenger, but I'm talking about overall as a unit. You know, he feels like super strong. He has super guard breaking unity in multiple skills. And the only disadvantage here, it's his tags and the fact that he don't have for PvP ignore iframe on his skills. But yeah, until we have a full build Gladiator tier 4 with a full PvP build and do the testing, I can't tell you that he's bad either PvP or PvE. That's something you shouldn't listen anyone told you before. They are 100% sure, you know, they have results in their hands. Because yeah, we can't know. At the moment, he feels perfect, and compared to his previous, you know, being tier 2. The upgrade feels perfect. If he's worth about the 6,000 crystals, I don't know that yet. So you have to wait a couple of weeks, a couple of days. I'm not sure. We're gonna figure out. I'm gonna do some Epic Quest comparison video later on, and I'm gonna let you know my final opinion on Gladiator and the update he just took. At the moment, he feels so cool. I hope I help you decide if you're gonna buy the uniform. See you into the next. Kisses in your faces.